All right, so we have grown up as collectors. Comic books, comic book related cards, Magic the Gathering cards. We full nerd. We collected all that stuff and enjoyed the collecting experience. Do you have any Beanie Babies?
I missed out on Beanie Babies. Like I don't own any Beanie Babies.
Yeah, me too.
Labubu's are the new Beanie Babies.
We're not talking about Labubus, Phil. Look, I don't want to get. This is a no Labubu zone.
Hey, we gotta put the hashtag Labubu in the description so we get some views on this thing.
Uh, okay. All right. Here are my deep thoughts on Labubus.
What's going on, everyone? I am Phil, along here with Joe,
Hey, Phil. Hey, everyone.
and we are talking Peacemaker Season 2, Chapter 6?
6.
6.
The ignorance is Chris. Which pun game wise, A plus.
Yeah,
I
I'm here
approve.
for it.
I love that pun. This is a good episode. It was a little scary too. I feel like we've been waiting for this episode. Gunn has hyped it up. In many ways, it delivers. In other ways, I left unsatisfied and a little disappointed. We'll get into it. Still,
Before we get into it, though,
yes, please.
we say spoilers.
Oh God, right. If we're gonna,
Spoilers for Peacemaker Season 2 up to this point, Peacemaker Season 1, Superman, Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad,
it's all there. Yeah,
and maybe some MCU stuff.
right.
Let's see.
All of it. All spoilers. Like this is the perfect episode to get that out of the way early. Because this is what they've been building towards, like in terms of story wise. Like this episode has the big reveal. But we'll get to that. I don't know if we'll wait until the very end to get to it, but whatever. All right. Show opens in a diner. The top trio is celebrating their victory, having defeated the kaiju in the previous episode, and they've gone to a nice diner and Amelia Harcourt's with them, and they're just enjoying a meal and talking about how great they are, like how great it is to be the top trio. They are also it's worth mentioning are covered in kaiju blood. No one cares. Amelia Harcourt is just cuddling up next to Peacemaker. She snuggles his arm, which is covered in it. Like it must stink. Like it's
gross.
Yeah. Unless they were seated in the kaiju blood section. I don't know if that's like, but everyone's cool with it.
I mean, if they had just defeated a kaiju, presumably some of those other people were in that general vicinity and could have gotten covered.
Sure.
So maybe
that's true. Or they would at very least be grateful. Like you can't complain about someone who just saved your life because they stink.
I mean, can you?
I don't know. They just saved your life. The kaiju was about to step on you. They stopped it. Now they stink, but they want to eat in your establishment.
I mean, you got to speak to truth to power, though. You got to say, hey, man, you stink.
You're like, hey, I know this is a different universe, but showers exist here too. So these kids are real nervous, but they come over to Blue Demon. Blue Demon? Is it Demon? I was getting it wrong a couple episodes ago.
Blue Devil?
Blue
Dragon. Blue Dragon.
They go up to Blue D and they say, can we get a selfie? And he's like, of course, because he's a loving, nurturing racist superhero that wants to help people. So they take a selfie, and this is the strangest thing in all of Peacemaker for me, because I didn't understand it. There's two things in this episode that I didn't understand. This is number one.
Yeah.
Their faces start to melt.
Yes.
And it's like it's to show you that like everything is not as it seems, but that is a weird way to do it. I don't know if I support this choice.
It is weird. Like it, I was a little taken aback by it. Also, and I don't know if this is the other thing that kind of bothered you about the scene, but it's 2 needle drops in a row.
Is that right?
Well, there's a song playing when they're taking the pictures. Then it goes into the opening credits,
right?
Like immediately after that.
like if you look on the James Gunn podcast that they do, he talks about how that song is all about happiness and like, you know, it's supposed to be the exact opposite of what's going on. Or no, it's supposed to be happy, fun times, everything's safe, and then distorts into Hey Julian. But yeah, that's weird. Two Neil Jackson in a row. Speaking of Oh Lord, what'd you think of the intro this week? Anything stand out to you in a good way?
I mean, I mean, I'm still enjoying it. I don't know if that anything jumped out at me specifically. Um, I do want to go back to the teaser for a second and mention, um, is this a flashback?
Oh my god, you're right. This is the first time in the whole show this season, so 5 episodes, 6 episodes, where they didn't start with a flashback. I mean, could it be a flashback? Could that be old Chris?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
All right, we could dangerously be overanalyzing it, but
I mean, I think we're not overanalyzing it enough.
put your analyzing hat on, Phil. It's time to go to work.
Grab the hat. Let's grab the hat.
You always gotta have your analyzing hat ready. All right, let's see. I mean, no, because he still looks confused in that. Like he still looks like he's a pretender as opposed to being. I don't know, and it's not like he does anything mean.
Yeah.
And she is wearing those clothes later.
Maybe she only has one outfit.
Yeah, that could be. Where's my ugly sweater and long skirt? Back to the intro. I agree. Same as before. It's great. It's fun. It's grown on me. I will say I did watch the video for by the band, and that song starts with forget it's just if it's just text or he says it, the lead singer says it, but he basically says this is dedicated to my son and like times are hard. And like even
Yeah.
just that little bit puts a whole new like I mean it really focuses in on what the core of the song is about. And ever since seeing that, it takes on all kinds of new meanings. So if people out there have not seen the video for the song, "Oh Lord" by Foxy Shazam, go out, listen to it, and I think you will have a new appreciation for what's going on next week, or for the intro next week. All right, now we start our show proper. We start at Vigilante's house. The a bunch of the gang is out there, and they're going inside. Um, he warns them about his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he the nicest lady that you could meet, a loving mother who cares about her child. This isn't what he says. This isn't
Yeah.
what he warns them about. He paints her as like a dragon, but they go in there and she's super excited to meet them and so sweet. And he is so mean to her.
Like like Adrian is very much like a teenager. Like he's like a 13-year-old boy, like
Yeah,
mindset wise, because that their interaction, like the mom and like the son, like it is very much like mom and like teenage boy.
yeah, for sure. So mean and just so dismissive. And oh, I can't like even the times I didn't get along with my mother, I can't imagine just cursing at her or cursing
Yeah.
in front of her. It's rough. Um, I mean, the big takeaway, the performer that plays his mother is fantastic. The big takeaways from this scene are that he's mean to her and that he has lied to her about having a relationship with hardcore, which
Yes.
is hilarious. That whole string of dialogue is beautiful, especially that they broke up because she was being too slutty,
Yes.
which he then says is based in truth. Great scene, really written well, really performed well, and tight, really good.
Yeah. I mean, I think from his perspective, like she is too slutty
Sure.
for anyone. And
Yeah,
but like we find out later on, like we learn a lot about Adrian in this episode, honestly,
that's true.
from his relationship to his mother to like what we, what
His
happens in
relationship
the
to himself later.
yeah,
Yeah, this is vigilante Adrian heavy episode. They go down to his secret underground basement,
yeah,
the vigilante cave. They go inside and it's filled with like stacks, bricks of money and drugs,
Yeah,
billions of dollars worth of stuff.
you would think that Vigilante is like a drug lord from his basement,
Absolutely. You
and
would
he
think
kind of
he's
is,
the
but he
bad
doesn't
guy.
sell it.
Yeah, is one a drug lord if you have it but don't sell it? Like, if the police got into his basement, then he would go to jail for being a drug lord just because of the amount of that's down there. But, jeez Louise, um, it's a mess. He doesn't spend the money because he calls it blood money, and as soon as he does, Harcourt, Adebayo, and Economos just look at each other like, "All right," and grab and
Yeah,
stuff. They don't get enough, but uh, I, I don't know. I wouldn't want to touch it because like it is not just that it's blood money, but like that kind of money, someone's gonna come looking for it because he's stolen this from bad guys that he's
yeah.
killed. I guess no one, they're not coming looking for it.
I mean, there's always somebody.
Always somebody. Follow the money. It's in that kid's basement. um, Leota sets up the door. Oh, Beanie Babies, worth mentioning.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
He is waiting for the day when Beanie Babies like go up in value again.
it's about to happen.
I mean, he feels it. Like he knows inside in heart of hearts that Beanie Babies will be worth more than nothing
Yeah,
in the future.
it'd be funny if they went to the future in one episode and he's like, I gotta look how much Beanie Babies are worth now. All right, so we have grown up as collectors. Comic books, comic book related cards, Magic's Gathering cards. We full nerd. We collected all that stuff and enjoyed the collecting experience. Do you have any Beanie Babies?
I missed out on Beanie Babies. Like I don't own any Beanie Babies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
The
Labubus are the
appeal just
new
wasn't
Beanie
there.
Babies, right?
What is?
Labubus are the new
Uh,
Beanie Babies.
we're not talking about Labubus, Phil. Look, I don't want to get. This is a no Labubu zone.
Hey, we gotta put the hashtag Labubu in the description so we get some views on this thing.
uh, okay. All right. Here are my deep thoughts on Labubus. Then, no, uh, no, I have not gotten into Labubus. I don't think I will. That's what's great about comics. They keep coming out, and they're still, even if they're bad for a while, they get good again. So they're easy to collect.
And you can go back and get the ones you didn't get
They're there the whole time. It's
for a
true.
dollar.
Yeah.
Just to tease a video that we got coming up.
Yeah. All right. So Leota sets up the chamber door, uh, and they all go inside. And in there, well, all right. It's worth mentioning that when she sets up the door, it does what the boom doors normally do, and it blows back, which gets cash and cocaine on everybody.
Yes.
Uh, now we were talking a little bit about boom doors in the DC universe before this, and you had something to share.
So yeah, so we may have mentioned in a previous video when people have been saying this is a boom tube, um, and I said classically boom tubes are drawn as circular. Actually,
Actually, yeah,
boom tubes are generally drawn as circular. They're not tied to like an entrance generally.
right. They're not locked into a position, like or they are locked into a position you were saying before.
Well, they're not. They can be called on like
Oh,
kind of like whenever and wherever you want to go. Um,
great. Okay.
but I have a theory of why this could be connected to boom tubes and the whole like fourth world or the new gods, I guess. Um, like I was thinking about this, and could the purse, the little bag that they use to
Yeah.
open up the quantum unfolding chamber, it could be. Well, let me back up a few steps. So in the DC universe, um, what opens up a boom tube is called a mother box. It's kind of like a supercomputer that all the people in like the New Gods world have, and they
Right.
can
It's
open up these boom tubes, wherever. So my theory is that the purse is a prototype mother box.
oh,
So it's
interesting.
mother boxes are like kind of like supercomputers. They're like almost sentient, I believe.
Yeah.
Whereas this is not, it's just a thing that opens up a door. So it
It's that
like
okay.
yeah. So it could be something that is like a prototype mother box that just opens up like a hole in time and space so that you can, travel. Whereas like maybe later on we'll see um like the advancement of this technology, or maybe it's like pirated technology from the New Gods.
Reverse
Uh
engineered. Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually. I mean, people that don't remember, the mother boxes were the things that everyone was chasing in the Justice League and Snyder Justice League movies.
Yes.
Um, and in those movies, when Cyborg's talking about them, he sort of implies that they could do anything,
Yeah.
like anything you want to do. I don't know. I don't even know how they work. They are cool little MacGuffins, like looking wise and everything. But your theory is that even though the mother box can do anything, the purse is just specifically made for this purpose, or
Yeah. It could be, yeah, like I was saying, it could be either like a prototype version of a mother box, or like a piratey version of a mother box where they only did this one thing.
I love that. Are we good? You think we're gonna get a backstory on where it came from and like that little toad guy that they killed to get it, like what he was doing on Earth?
I feel like we're probably not gonna get it in this season of
Yeah,
Peacemaker. We might not get it in Peacemaker at all. We might get it somewhere else, further on
yeah,
down the line in the DC universe.
that's true. But it for this episode that had no flashback, that would have been a nice one. just just putting it out there. Um, so door goes up. They go through. Um, Economos asks Adrian why he didn't get rid of the drugs like everybody else, and he mentions the alligators. He doesn't want to do that to the alligators, which it makes sense. I mean, Killer Croc was living in the sewer, and can you imagine if
Yeah.
just a bunch of cocaine water came down? You're just like, yeah. Um, so there's something to that, and I don't know if Cocaine Bear exists in the DC universe, but can you imagine Cocaine Alligator just running around? That'd be a good movie. He then starts up with the alligator facts, and I am furious now with him and his animals. I was, I mean, I was saying last week, I was so excited in the first episode where he was narrowed in on owls. I was like, owls, fun. We're gonna learn some cool owl stuff. Nope, we're gonna learn a bunch of nonsense about a bunch of different things. Adrian's on my list right now. In the chamber, we also see the neighbor that burns trash. And he is similarly, as he was to Peacemaker, he is rude to the rest of them.
Yeah.
What's this guy's deal?
Um, I mean, is he
Do
rude,
you?
or is it just part of his culture? Like
Yeah,
because okay, I'm gonna draw an analogy to like riding the subway in New York, where you don't make eye contact with anyone because it's considered rude.
that's true. Yeah, but if you make eye contact with someone, they're making eye contact with you. Both parties are at fault. That's all I'm saying
Yeah, and it's very uncomfortable on the subway.
for everyone. They do have a conversation about like what does waving hello mean in his world. It could mean something terrible. So it's it lines up with what they were doing there. But yeah, in their world, apparently, like the sweetest thing you can do to someone is just pretend they're not there. I mean, actually, that doesn't sound so bad. I know I'm part of the
Right?
problem with our society, but I'm not hating that guy now. All right, we then cut to Rick Flag's office. The ladies' man comes in to update him that everyone is missing in action. Basically, Harcourt and Economos nowhere to be found, including Judo Master. And then Rick Flag realizes he needs to pivot. He needs to change things, and he makes plans to go to prison. And I think we're going to do this part right now because the rest of the show is really chopped up. So he goes to prison, and this is the one surprise in the episode that really I was like, yeah. I don't know if I was really thinking about who could be there, but we see this figure walking, and his face is blocked, and he's got a
Yeah.
cane, and he's wearing the orange jumpsuit, and he sits down, and it's Lex Luthor. And I was like, "Oh yeah!" I was so excited because it feels like a good get. It feels like
Yeah.
a righteous cameo. I mean, we're talking about a show though that had like Viola Davis in it, which is a righteous cameo, and
Mhm.
it's everyone's saying that Superman's gonna I mean, this had Jason Momoa as Aquaman in it as a just a blip. So this felt legit and fun, and it was so cool to see Lex cursing. Is that weird?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely cool to see Lex again, kind of further tying it back into the whole DC universe as a whole, Superman. I mean, they've been mentioning Metropolis for the past few episodes, like what happened in Metropolis. So, like, if you haven't seen Superman, I mean, you probably should have seen Superman. That's why it's on HBO Max now.
For real, they're like, listen, James Gunn is like, you gotta get this movie everywhere. So yeah, you gotta watch Superman. It's so fun. So Rick Flag basically wants from him a means to find the purse, the chambered
Yeah,
door, and he's going that to Lex because Lex has experience with that because of spoilers for Superman, and he's bartering with him, offering him like a transport to away from a meta-human facility to a
yeah.
regular or to a just a normal crazy jail. uh, he says that in the cell next to him. Do you remember this part?
I mean, I remember part of it.
Yeah.
Um,
A bear-sized man with dragon skin
yes,
violating a guy with
something.
cartoon eyes.
I think he a twink with cartoon eyes
Oh,
is what he said.
okay. So yeah, so that's bothering him for it sounds like 10 different reasons. But uh, what's the best guess?
Could that be Killer Croc?
I mean, that was my first thought too. And if that's the case, then he's off the streets. Unleash the cocaine. um, yeah, it sounded like Killer Croc. I couldn't imagine who the Cartoon Eyes was though.
Yeah,
Like, are there any cartoony characters like I mean like Batmite? Like, can you
I wouldn't
imagine?
characterize Batmite as a twink though.
Sure, that's true. I mean, who are we to say? If he identifies as one, then God bless him. So he's eager to Lex is eager to get out of this situation he's in, or for it to be fixed. And I mean, Flagged mentioned specifically that this is an opportunity for redemption. Um, great cameo though. Apparently they shot this like it was one of the first things they shot, and they shot it while they
No,
were doing Superman,
I mean that makes
which
sense.
makes sense. Yeah, like poor. They're like, we need you to come in for like a 3-minute scene, just shave your head, and it'll be great. We then join the 11th Street kids that who are now entering Earth 2. Is this a good idea? Would you do this to go get somebody?
I mean, I guess it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Um, like I like so Vigilante has been in there before, so at least they have that.
Vigilante's been in Earth 2 before?
Well, not Earth 2, but like been in the quantum unfolding chamber to find their way into Earth
Right.
2.
That's true. I mean,
Because
that's see that.
otherwise, like there are so many doors.
Yeah, that's true. Um, they found it pretty easily though. The idea of
Yeah,
going into the other world though, I don't I'm on Economos' side because he's very like skeeved out by it. He's very much like, maybe we should go. Like I think he says a few times, like, this isn't right. Let's get out of here. He's willing to leave people behind. He's a mess. um, so they're in Peacemaker's bedroom, and Keith enters for a pretty crazy scene. You want to talk about
yeah,
this scene?
yeah. So it is. I mean, it's the Love Tree kids. So like Harcourt, Economist, Adebayo, and Vigilante, and they're looking around trying to figure out, um, where Peacemaker is, and they hear Chris's brother come up. Harcourt shoves Economist into, I think, a closet.
I no, it's the bathroom
Is
because
it a bathroom? Okay, I didn't.
yeah,
I
because
wasn't sure.
Adebayo and Vigilante are definitely in a closet because
They're
Vigilante
definitely in
spends
a
this
closet.
whole scene like trying on hats and being a pain in the ass. But
Like, so she tries to cover for why she is there. Um, and she's like, "Oh, I came for this," and she grabs the first thing that she can find, which is a snow globe. It turns out this snow globe is really important to Peacemaker too.
but that's okay. Because as Harcourt explains, she was very close with Peacemaker to his mother.
I mean, we will find out in the post credit scene exactly how far it goes. And I will say, from I feel well, I was gonna say from this point on, but actually, this entire episode, it is the 11th Street Kids making terrible decisions one after another.
Right. Like, especially in the last 2 minutes of this show, it's just like, let's make the worst choices. Yeah, I mean, specifically for Amelia Harcourt here, she's a spy who's lying terribly. Like every lie she says backfires on her. But this is what she's supposed to be able to do, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, so we talked about like in episode whatever it was, 2, 3 or whatever, when Peacemaker 1 comes to Peacemaker 2's world and he's interacting with his brother and or it's like 3 or 4 and he's like and his brother's like, "You're being weird." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm being weird." And Harcourt kind of does the same thing.
yeah, there,
And we had mentioned in that
but she's been
episode.
trained to do
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like we were like, if Peacemaker's not a spy, he's just like a guy that kills people. So anybody who's trained as a spy would probably do better in this situation. But Harcourt does not do any better.
Could we chalk it up to her just having a bad few months? Like she's just out of it.
Out of
Like,
practice.
yeah, her head's not all there. She's worried about her friend. All that stuff. Can we say that, or is that
M-
unbelievable?
I mean, maybe, but another possibility is this is the best that anyone can do in an alternate world situation when
Oh,
confronted with
like
someone that knows
everybody?
you and you're trying to pretend to be your doppelganger.
So even the best spy, who's the best undercover, like super spy? Like not James Bond, because he never dressed up. He just walked into places and said, "My name's James Bond. This is my gun. Get out of my way." um, but I mean, so even the best super sleuth, master of disguise, would still go in there and be like, that's your theory. Everyone's a ding
I
dong,
mean, maybe it is. We'll never know.
right? There's no way we can test it. All right, all right. I'm on board with that. That's fine. So specifically, she says, though, I think it's worth noticing is when she pushes him in there. She says, "I just took a shit in there. It's rancid."
Yes.
Lovely, just a lovely quote. So she gets roped into going with Keith to
She
Argus.
volunteers to go.
She's an idiot.
Yeah.
Maybe going through the portal scrambles your brain, and you can't do the thing you're best at doing for a little while. I don't know. Yeah, she could have lied to get her way out of that, but yeah, she's terrible. Economos goes through the "I'm gagging because it's too weird" situation, just something. And Vigilante decides that it's time for him to do what he's been talking about steadily, which is split off from the group, go find his other self in this world. So he disappears. We then get a nice little montage. Let's cover these one by one. We go to Hardcore 2's bedroom, where she's there with Peacemaker. They've spent the night together. Then she's in the shower and he's shaving. And this is the other moment where I was like, what's that about? I didn't get it. He's shaving and says to her, "I'm going to go," or my brother wants me to meet him down in Argus. Should we go together? And she says, "No, meet me there later. I've got some stuff I got to take care of here." And
Mhm.
he's shaving and he looks up and looks at his reflection and he's like, it's like a light has switched on in his brain, but I don't know why. Like, what happened? Do you have any thoughts on that? Like, what in that moment, what, because of that line, could make him have a revelation?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Um, yeah.
Because, like the title says, he's still being, you know, ignorant to what's going on. Uh, so I'm very frustrated by that. Not as much as the melting faces in the beginning, but whatever. When Hardcore 1 gets there with Keith to the facility, uh, uh, the cocaine dog, whose name is Ava, is that a clue? Ava Braun? I don't know. It's all there. Um, she gets very funny, but the dog, the drug sniffing dog says, "Oh, wait, she might have some drugs on her." Well, of course, she was covered in them, so it's a nice callback, and she gets sort of detained. We then jump to Vigilante, who's walking down the street, and a car is coming, so he jumps in a bush, and I laughed so hard, Phil.
He dives into that bush.
Yeah, he's like he ruined that bush. Like that bush has a man-sized hole in it right now. But the car didn't spot him or didn't care. One of those two. So this is a great scene. Vigilante goes to his house in Earth 2, and it's almost the same. He's sort of
Yeah.
marveling at the differences.
He's tickled by it.
That tickled is the perfect word because he is really giggling, like, "What's that? In my world, you're not a squirrel, you're a groundhog," things like that. I mean, the best one I thought was he goes up to like a knickknack that in his world is 3 cats, but in this world it's 6 cats, and he's like, "What would 6 cats even talk about?" He passes past his parents, his dad is there, and he has a wild comment for that.
I
Um,
mean, they're still together, which means his dad's not gay.
that's exactly what it must mean. It's it's definitely not the world they live in frowns upon gay people, so yeah. So, I mean, good for them, I guess. He goes down to his basement, his keys work, which is a fun moment because he's got 3 locks, but the keys work from world to world. He goes in there and meets himself. I didn't see it coming, but it is an excellent Spider-Man meme reference.
Yes.
Like, they recognize it once they're on the same page that he's not like a monster there to kill him, he's just him from a different world. They point at each other and then they both say, "Ah, Spider-Man meme," which is great because it means that Marvel Comics exist in the DC universe, or at least no, they must exist in both, the good one and the racist one.
Yeah. Um, so at least the 67, I think that's the cartoon. Um, so I mean, the comics must have existed before that. Where they are in present day, who knows?
Right. That's true. They could have been shut down like right after that. um, oh, he sees Cheerios that spelled differently. That was fun. Um, okay, so both of them are doofuses, but their conversation is fun. Later on in the episode, we come back to them and they're just saying like things like, what's your favorite Pokemon? And what's the worst thing that to touch you softly with? And they have the same answers for everything, except uh, Peacemaker's your or how do you feel
Yeah.
about Peacemaker? He's like, I hate him.
Yeah. Peacemaker Peacemaker is not Adrian's best friend, or trying to think of which direction that relationship goes. Um, Adrian, or yeah, Peacemaker is not Adrian's best friend in Earth 2. Uh, Also, fun callback to season 1. Uh, Adrian's
With
favorite
teal,
color is teal.
teal, yeah, yeah. That line in season one's crazy, where he's like, "We don't know how he feels about teal, but." So he specifically says that in this world, Peacemaker is his arch nemesis, and it's part of the reason that he joined the what do they call themselves? I don't
Sons
remember.
of Liberty.
The Sons of Liberty, who are sort of the rebels of this world, and it turns out are the good guys, which is great. All right, we then jump to Peacemaker and Harcourt. This is their big scene where he goes to confront her in sort of like a interrogation room, and they have it out. They like she comes clear about what she was doing in the park and how she lied to him or beat him up to save his life, which he didn't register.
Mhm.
Um, and they have the love conversation and the boat conversation. A couple of really great lines in here. I love the "I know you don't hate me," and the way she says "I know you know I know that." I was like, oh, this is so great. And she has her "I'm a nightmare" moment.
Yeah.
Um, and talks about I mean, what he talked about in on the rooftop about how she picks fights because she needs to feel something.
Yeah. And like, in that moment, I was like, "Oh, wait, we've been seeing this since episode 1 of
Yeah,
season 1." Like, and
really.
I didn't because like uh when Peacemaker sees her go into the bar, like
Oh,
she gets
right.
into a fight like right after that, but
That's
like
true.
it's potentially she went in there to pick a fight.
Yeah, that's what she does. Yeah. So, really powerful scene, both wonderful performances. I was bummed out that I feel like there's no revelations in this. There's no surprises. Nothing that we didn't already know was touched
Mhm.
upon. It's almost just like they said the words that they hadn't been saying, kind of. Um, I was really hoping for something huge, like if they, like they gotta spring something on us, and they didn't, and I was disappointed. But it's a good scene.
Yeah. I mean, we've got two more episodes, so
That's true. And that's the thing. Like this episode, they dropped the bomb that we've been talking, that everyone's been talking about for 6 weeks. But in next episode, we get to see how bad that bomb explodes, like how real that world is, and what they've been doing, things like that.
yeah.
But we'll get it. We'll talk a little bit more later. Um, we go to Economos and Adebayo. Economos still wants to leave. They find Eagly, who's raiding the fridge, and they decide to clean up after them. Part of me is like, they don't know what to do with these guys. They just want to remind us that they're there, or that Eagly's still a thing too. At the same time, there's still 3 or 4 laughs in that scene, so nothing to complain about. Then all hell breaks loose. Okay, Adebayo wants to go for a walk. Oh, I'll say that one for last. Sorry. Uh, so Adebayo goes for a walk. Then Blue Dragon comes home, and Economos has to hide. Blue Dragon, Blue Dragon. I said Blue Dragon again. Is it? It's Blue.
I think it is Blue Dragon.
Oh my god, I got it
'Cause
right. And I
isn't it White
still
Dragon in the first world?
the colors I got. The D word could be anything. Like my brain can't grasp it. But we'll go dragon because it is like the Grand Wizard, like the
Yeah.
KKK has dragon terminology too, right? I think I don't know. So Blue Dragon comes home and tackles. Blue Dragon's on top of it though. He throws a thing at him. I mean, he's still
Yeah.
fast. He tackles him and stabs him in the hand. Brutal. And as soon as he does, Economos tells all.
Yeah. He goes way too far, and he realizes it at the end.
Yeah, but I bet he still talked for another 15 minutes. Like he's like, these are the loosest lips ever. Like, here's everything I know. Here's my mother's date of birth, my pet as a child. Yeah, he really gives it all up. Peacemaker and Harcourt are walking out because she's been cleared because there was no drugs in her system. I can't. Why would they clear you still? They found drugs on you, but none in your system. There's there's some red flags there still.
I mean,
Speaking of red flags, um, they they unfurl the flags as Harcourt is pointing out that, like, she's like, as long as I've been here, haven't seen one person of color. And then Peacemaker does like uh uh like Banky in the Meow Mix scene in Chasing Amy. One of my favorite moves, as he's realizing that they're in a lesbian bar. The way he looks around, where he's like, so funny. I feel like Peacemaker does that too. He's like, no people of color. And then he picks up a flag and unfurls it, and there's a swastika in place of the field of stars. That's what happened. And then Hardcore 2 comes in and says, that's not me, get her. Which is great. And then the worst of all three of these all hell breaking loose situations, Adebayo's on her walk.
for the neighborhood.
Just walk. It's a nice neighborhood too. Beautiful day. She's on her walk.
So I will
Yeah.
say, if Adebayo had uh, Adrian's instincts and jumped into a bush as a car approached, maybe none of this would have happened.
I mean, you're 100% right. Like, why isn't she ready to jump in a bush? I mean, in her defense, there was no bush there.
Yeah.
A vigilante would have found a bush. So she's walking down the street. She's waving at people. I mean, there's only one person, but she waves at this,
Being friendly.
and that Karen mean mugs her so bad. And then Keith drives by, and she's like, "What? What's with these people?" He slams on the brakes. Everyone's pointing and whispering. He gets out of his car, Phil, and he says, "One of them got out." And I was like, "Fuck you." That's crazy. That's I needed to rewind it so I could figure out exactly what he said because I was like, "Maybe I got that wrong." But he says, "One got out," and just, says, "It's a black girl. It's a black," I think he says. Um, and then the episode ends with her being chased by a mob down the
Yeah.
street.
They all come out of their houses.
Yeah, fearless. Just, I mean, they're just, I mean, power in numbers, I guess. But yeah, that like everyone, like it'd be crazy if they showed like kids and old. I didn't check, but like an old ladies running after her too. Like that's the kind of vibe it is. Like everybody came out and started chasing her down the road. Uh, Crazy way to end the episode, but not a surprise. And is that our fault for overanalyzing? For watching YouTube videos about people overanalyzing it?
I mean, I don't know if it's our fault. I mean, so, and we had talked about like kind of release schedules before, but like having Peacemaker come out one episode per week gives that time for you to digest things and analyze things, and that's what made like certain TV series like popular, like Lost, like where there's that time between like episodes you could like overanalyze things and like pick apart things, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of like where like most of the people got this from, like, so we had this time, and maybe not, it's not a surprise, but it's more like of a confirmation, because I know there are some people who are like, "I knew it! I knew it!"
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just can't tell if I would enjoy it more if this hit the way it was intended to hit as a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think part of me felt like, oh, they'll still have an extra twist up their sleeve. And that's why I said this is sort of them dropping the bomb. Next week will be the aftermath. So that's the opportunity they have to do really crazy stuff, to show us how crazy this world is, to show us how different these people are, um, and then to show Peacemaker killing them all. I mean, we're in the DC universe, so part of me wants that robot from Creature Commandos,
Yeah,
uh,
GI Robot.
GI robot, just come in there and be like, "Oh, you guys are Nazis," and just rip them up. It'd be so fun. Um, yeah.
Um, I will say I am looking forward to, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it. I don't know when, but uh, a double vigilante like shootout, like there's
Oh my
got to be,
god,
right?
not against each other, but like
Not
back
against each
to
other, but
back.
like back to back, like like a dance, like a finishing each other's sentences kind of situation.
Yeah. You know what we might get that I thought we might get here, but we didn't, was a kissing scene between them. Like, it feels like
No,
that's gonna
no, no, no,
happen.
no, they wouldn't, because the touch
The,
of human flesh. No,
the touch of
no,
human
you're
skin. You're 100% right. Uh, yeah, a scene of them fighting back to back, like Iron Man and War Machine and Iron Man 2 in that one scene. Woo! I would love it. It'd be so good. Just killing everybody. No, that sounds terrible. All right. What was the most comic book moment in this episode?
huh?
It wasn't
Um,
that 6-minute conversation in the middle, was it?
I mean, depending on who's writing that comic.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I like, I feel like, I don't know, like them going through the quantum unfolding chamber and having that discussion about like, um, other cultures is very much like a, uh, I want to say like a Keith Giffen, like, Justice League, like,
Oh,
because like
interesting.
back in the Justice League, like and that video will come out soon. Um, like they were like regular people, and like they would have conversations like that in between like fighting, monsters and things like that. So like I think that for me
That's pretty
reminded me
cool.
of comic book stuff.
I like that. And they were still at the same time though, they were having a normal conversation, but also doing something kind of
Yeah.
very comic booky with traveling between worlds. No one dies this week in this episode. That's good, right? Because the body count's going to go up next week.
Oh yeah.
But it leaves us with few choices for my section. How do you want to die? But I've got two for you.
Okay.
All right. White rage, terrible. Just a mob of white people chasing you. No one wants to die that way. We should just clear that off the table. But the other option, I'm not sure is better. A 66-year-old Robert Patrick tackling you, stabbing you through the hand, and interrogating you. Which one do you want to suffer through?
I don't know. This is a tough choice. Like, I feel like getting chased by a group of white people. That's just gym class, right?
Fair, fair. I mean, yeah.
I like. I guess it all depends on whether or not Robert Patrick wants to kill me or wants to get information out of me before he kills me.
I mean, even if he wanted to kill you, I feel like Robert Patrick is the kind of guy that would still want to make it last a while.
Like favorite.
Yeah. All right. To sweeten the pot, it's not. It's definitely 66-year-old Robert Patrick. It's not Blue Demon.
Yeah.
It's Robert Patrick, and he's willing to answer 3 questions about Terminator or Die Hard 2. Yeah, only 3 though, and then you're dead.
Hmm.
The crowd of white people will also answer as many questions as you want about Terminator 2, but very few people in the crowd were in Terminator 2 or have seen Terminator 2. Would Terminator 2 exist in this universe?
No.
No?
Miles
Why?
Exton. Yeah.
You're right.
I
Stupid
mean,
Nazis.
a version of Terminator 2 might exist, but not that one.
Not that one.
I don't know. I guess the crowd of white people then.
Yeah, I guess they'd kill you pretty quick.
Yeah. Although it is running from them
Yeah.
for as long as you can
Bro, they would catch
stand
me
it.
pretty quick. You're like, he ran a quarter of a block and we got him. He said something about ow my knee and then please don't hurt me.
What if I found a bush? Jump behind it.
There you go.
Gone.
Camouflage. All right, all in all, what'd you think of this episode?
I mean, it's a great episode of like kind of a turning point in the season. It feels like, and like we're kind of like I like to think of a story as a roller coaster, and now we're like all downhill from here. Like it's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, we just passed the top and now
yeah,
all we see is the steep drop, and beyond that it's just loops. Just
yeah,
8 loops after another. Um Yeah, I mean, it is a great episode. There's tons to love here, and they're definitely setting up the pieces in a fun way. I want more shock, though. I want to be surprised. And if
yeah,
the appearance of Lex Luthor is the thing that surprises me the most about your surprise moment, then I mean, it's my fault for overanalyzing and for watching too many of the videos about what could be going on because the internet figured it out.
yeah. I mean, it is like a thousand monkeys on on typewriter situation
Sure,
where like
that's true.
eventually they get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to next week's episode, and then we got one more episode, the first day of New York Comic Con. Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I mean, I don't even know how we're gonna watch it and then review it on that Thursday.
yeah. We'll figure something out though. And
Yeah, we'll
again,
get it done.
for those of you who are listening, we will be at New York Comic Con, um, booth 3477. So if you're there, feel free to stop by and say hi.
And
Yeah,
we have an exclusive shirt this year that might be Peacemaker related, definitely.
could maybe definitely be Peacemaker related.
Maybe next week we'll show the design on the show.
Yeah. Um, but yeah. So what did you guys think of this episode? Let us know in the comments below. Did you figure out what Earth 2 was all about before they revealed it here? Let us know. Were there other theories that you wished had come true? Let us know. I'm curious. Um, but
Will
yeah,
Superman show up next week, but evil?
Oh, maybe.
Nazi Superman. He's he's in Delaware still in this world. See, that's the kind of stuff. If they hit us with that kind of stuff, that kind of information, like this is what the world is like, and part of it is Nazi Superman runs Delaware with an iron fist. I mean, that'd be crazy.
Like, so we actually haven't, like, talked about, like, um, the other Earths in, like, in the DC multiverse. I think it's Earth 3 where, it's the Justice League is the crime syndicate of America instead of the
Right?
Justice
Like,
League of America,
is that
um,
Ultraman and
Ultraman and all that stuff, but Lex
yeah,
Luthor is a hero in that world, I believe.
really?
Yeah, because they're all switched.
Yeah,
So it potentially a situation like that coming up maybe, who
potentially.
knows?
Oh, yeah, should be fun to find out.
Yeah, but be sure to come back next week for the next episode. If you like this, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and if you're new here, give us a subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next one.